Hi, Warm SVR Sports Picks. I'm Peter Loshak. We're the Odds Couple. His name is Mike Brenner. This is the Odds Couple College Basketball Show for Tuesday, March 7th. Mike Brenner, I kind of got my ass handed to me yesterday. I gave a bunch of picks in some extended videos or additional videos after the initial one we did, and I had a big losing day. So
did you have first halves and full games?
Yeah, for first halves and full games, and some of them cash, but overall it was a losing day. But that's all right.
Time of the year,
yeah,
Pete.
that's all right.
I'm having a hard time getting a hold of it as well. I don't know how did I do yesterday.
You did 1 and 2. Which was okay. The Gonzaga pick was a bad one, but the St. Mary's pick was a good one.
Yeah, St. Mary's, buddy, they came out storming. That team, you better look out. We'll talk about them here in a minute.
Yeah. All right. So we don't have any of the lines for the games that didn't have overnight lines. But we do have a couple of ACC games that are starting. Wake Forest and the North Carolina State game. Wake Forest and Boston College and North Carolina State and Clemson. And we have a whole bunch of minor conferences. I'm feeling like I have a few leans, but I'm not exactly sure if they're smart leads, but I might give them anyway. What do you have from this card? Small card?
It's small card, and I got just a few picks, but I like South Carolina State versus Florida Atlantic. All right, Florida A&M. I think they beat them 75-64 10 days ago, and not a whole hell of a lot's changed. I think they got the momentum going in. Pistol Pete, what's the best shop line on the first half and the full game for SC State?
SC State. Well, it's 2.5 minus 108 on the first half, and then 5 minus 106. I did look at that game, and I just have absolutely no opinion on that one.
Well, I'm sticking with it. I like it. Pull that trigger, Pistol. I'm going with the first half and the full game.
All right, there is one game that is a big balls play. I think I'll give it. What the hell?
Come on now.
Alabama State and Texas Southern are playing,
I
right?
Looked at
that.
I was leaning Texas Southern until I went deep.
Yeah, no, Texas Southern is obviously the top team in the conference. Home game for Texas Southern as well. Texas Southern, though, they played Alabama State twice this year. They didn't win by this margin, and Alabama State has actually been Texas Southern has actually been a pretty poor first half team, and Alabama State hung tight with them relatively close in both games this year. Now, I think at the second half it'll it might extend out there.
What's the full line at now? Is it 17?
Well, 17. Yeah, it's down to 17, and I'm leaning Alabama State on the first half plus 10, which would be a minus 103. So that's a little bit of a big balls play because Texas Southern is clearly a lot better, but I will take Alabama State officially plus 10, minus 103 on the first half.
Because like you said, they played earlier, and it was a battle. First half, if I'm correct, one time they were even up by 2.
Yes.
So you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to pull you off that
so,
one.
We'll see. Now, of course, Texas Southern knows that, and they're obviously the better team. They could easily be up by double digits to half.
This is that one.
It's a risky one, but I'll throw that one on there. What else do you have for us, Mike?
All right, here we go. I'm going to go with the full game here. I'm going to go with Georgia Tech versus Pitt. I think
I was leaning that way as well.
Yeah, and it's in New York. This is a dog. I'm taking the dog. I think they were getting plus 1.5 or something.
They're still 1.5s.
Yeah, and I'm just shooting for the full game. They beat them 61-52 last week at home, and I know this is a neutral court, but I think Georgia Tech figured out some things about Pitt. And again, Pitt under a whole brand new thing with this coach and their first conference tournament together with this coach. I think Georgia Tech has the advantage. I don't even think they need to be a dog. Give me the money line.
On the money line.
Yep.
Okay, so the money line, I don't have the money lines here up in front of you, probably about 105 or so.
Okay.
And I will take that one as well. I think that Georgia Tech. Yeah, I'll take the money line as well with you.
I just think they get the outright win, Pete. I wouldn't be surprised they win by 4 or 5.
Yeah, I mean, Georgia Tech was positive ATS this year. Pitt was negative ATS this year, of course.
And they're battle-tested, baby.
We saw a bunch of games where Georgia Tech really got some upset wins, and Pitt had some good games too, but I agree with you. Georgia Tech feels like a little bit of a better team. And anything else for you, Mike?
No, that's all that I'm going with. I was anxious to see what you had to say, and if you were thinking about maybe doing some tweets for some totals later, because I have a couple of followers that are dying for you to do those tweets.
I was leaning to Jackson State at 5.5. Now it's down to 4.5 or 5, which is an interesting line move there. I don't know if I want to give it. I'll give it. Sure, what the hell? I'll give it.
Sure, what the hell?
First half and full game, plus 2.5 on the first half.
You can't stop them. You can only hope they can.
I'm going to take 5. I did take 5.5 on the overnight. Now it's 4.5 or 5, so I'll have to take 5 there, but I'll do that one. And then let's see. What else? Let me see.
It's going to be a hell of a weekend, though, Pete, coming up.
Ooh, for sure. I'll tell you what, both of the ACC games I'm passing on. BC has lost 7 out of their last 8 ATS, but
aren't they playing Wake?
13 points is kind of a lot. There could be a backdoor cover there, and the Clemson game is Clemson.
I want to pull the trigger so bad on Clemson, but I just can't do it, and I damn near did. But Pete, it's an early game.
They played recently, and Clemson only won by 4. So I know NC State has an injury now, but I was also leaning maybe Northern Arizona plus 5.5 in Reno against Portland State. That's kind of tempting.
Well, if it's tempting, then by God, just go with it. Go with it,
I don't know. I got got burned on all these ones that were tempting, and I went with them
well,
yesterday.
then don't do the tempting. What was that other category you named? You had some other category. I can't keep up with those categories.
Oh, yeah, I was also leaning a Grambling State at +5
Grambling
at
State.
Prairie View A&M.
Did you take anything away from last night's situation, win or lose? I mean, was there anything that stuck out that, like, hey, this is a team you better look out for?
No, I mean, I'm trying to think of what the results were. Yeah, hell, we have the results here. Yeah, I mean, most of the games were roughly, according to plan. Teams that did well. Eastern Tennessee State obviously is a quality team. They might threaten at least ATS.
I think St. Mary's is going to be all. I mean, matter of fact, we didn't even talk about that game yet. Let's talk about it.
The St. Mary's game. Well, it's over. Yeah, what happened?
Well, I'm talking about tonight.
The St. Mary's game.
Yeah,
there's no line for it yet.
Okay.
Against Gonzaga.
Against Gonzaga, the line's still not out.
Yeah.
Damn.
But So we only have the lines that are.
Pete, I think this team's better than. I think they really might make some noise. This team might really make some noise, and I think they're going to give the Zags all they can handle today.
Yeah.
Because they're both already in. They're both going in. So
you know what the hell? I'll give Northern Arizona and Grambling State first half.
That was eating your lunch. I could tell.
Yeah. Northern Arizona first half plus full game plus 5.5. Grambling State plus 5.5 as well, and I'll take the first halves on both of those. Okay. What the hell?
What the hell? Pistol Pete, I'm telling you, though, I got to get fired up. I got to start getting on a hot streak. I got to just start picking them spots, and I never
Well, you're close to even in college basketball, Mike Brenner.
I'm getting ready to put a surge on, baby. Here we go.
Of course, without teasers, you'd be nicely positive in college basketball.
Yes, so you always remind me of that. Yeah.
No, so that's a good. That's a
It's
nice
good.
record.
You notice I've been
Nice
staying
result.
away from them. I'm listening. I'm listening, buddy.
All right, that just about wraps it up. Of course, we'll be back tomorrow for the big Wednesday card.
Absolutely. Don't miss it. And hashtag AskSBR, guys. Odds couple coming to you. We hope you enjoyed the video. Hey, don't miss out on the best basketball betting content available on YouTube. Click our logo button on the bottom left to subscribe. And as always, guys, give us a like and drop your comments below because we want to hear from you. Visit our website to take advantage of all our free products.